Hello, thank you for joining us on our first of 4 calls for our new business mentoring challenge. My name is Amy Beck, and most likely I am your upline leader if you're on this call, and if there might be a few newbies that are not even members yet, so we just never know who we're going to be reaching out to. But I want to thank those of you that took time out of your busy day to join us and be on this call. And for those that are listening to it later on down the road on the recording, thank you for listening in. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. Here we go. All right. I will challenge you to grab a piece of paper if you don't have one. That way you can write down some questions as we go, because you might think of some questions, and then we'll go ahead and end the recording at the end and we will answer your questions. So if you can, grab a piece of paper. All right, so this is our business mentoring opportunity. It is an opportunity, and I wish I would have been given something like this at the very beginning stages of my business building, but I was not. I was taught a lot about the oils, but I was never taught really about the business. And so keep that in mind, that you need to share the business opportunity with other people, because there might be someone out there that could really benefit from growing a doTERRA business. They might just need a little bit of extra money in their pocket. So they might be looking actually for a change of career. You never know. I've had that happen to me too, where someone's looking for a brand new opportunity. And one of those people are on this call, and she knows who she is, that she was looking for a new line of work. So it is a business building challenge. It's 4 weeks and it's only 20 days. So we can do anything for 20 days, right guys? We can do anything for 20 days. It's not that long. So keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, so I wanted to welcome you and ask you just a few questions. Are you ready to change the world and your community? Or, what did I put on there? Oops, hang on, let me go back. Or your community, one drop at a time. There we go. Are you ready to change your business and your personal life? Are you ready to think outside the box? Are you ready for new and creative ideas? Are you ready for a kickstart? Are you ready for just someone just to kick you in the backside to get you going, right? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to be the slave driver. No, I'm here to be the accountability partner for you to keep you going, to get you going, but to keep you going. Are you ready for some fuel, some cash for you? And I just need you to give us 4 weeks to help you. So 20 days. Again, a little bit of housekeeping. Get a piece of paper out and write down any good ideas that you have, and write down any questions, and we'll save the questions till the end, and then we'll stop the recording for Q&A. I already covered that. So I love this quote, this definition. It's actually just a definition. It says, entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. I love that definition of entrepreneur, because that's what we are. We are building our own businesses, and we are going into uncharted territories and uncharted, waters. And so the thing I love about this, my own personal journey with doTERRA and building a business, is the time freedom and the financial freedom that I've had to stay at home with my last child, and to be able to wake up in the morning and say, what do I want to do today? What's first on my agenda today? And not have to be somewhere at 7:30 in the morning. That's what my hours were when I was teaching. I had to leave my house at 7:15, 7:30, and I wouldn't get home until 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. So just because of my particular curriculum, I wrote my own curriculum. It was crazy. So think about this. An entrepreneur. Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Here's another one. This is the definition, the French definition. It's the same one that we just barely read, but it says someone who has decided to work on building their own dream rather than being hired to build someone else's. So I really like that. Another quote, well, it's a whole bunch of different things. It says, I believe anything is possible. I see opportunity when others see impossibility. I take risks. I'm focused. I hustle. I know that nothing is unrealistic. I feel overwhelming love. I embrace my childlike wonder and curiosity. I take flying leaps into the unknown. I contribute to something bigger than myself. I create, I learn, I grow, I do. I believe it's never too late to start living a dream. I am an entrepreneur. So I really like that. That's just telling you what they're feeling and what they want to do. I love how it says that they want to contribute to something bigger than themselves, right? So here is a little chart of a day in the life. So that's glamorous, right? That's awesome that I just told you all those definitions. You're like, I want to do that. I want to be an entrepreneur. But I will tell you that with building a business, it's not all fun and games all the time, right? So here's a day in the life of as an entrepreneur. So here's day one. I'm excited. And then a little bit later, ugh, this is hard. Oh, it's working. Yay. I messed up. Give up the good for the great. I think I'm going bankrupt. I'm good. I don't know why I get so down on myself. That's an upswing. Another downswing. I was wrong. I suck. Another upswing is, wait a second, my life is great. So you can see that it is a lot of ups and downs, but if you can see the continuous path, the continuous line, that it is going up, right? So there will be some good days, there will be some bad days, there'll be days when you doubt yourself, but if you just keep going and just keep sharpening the saw and getting better each day, you will succeed. Okay, so the question is for each and every one of you, this will be different. The answer will be different, but here's the question. What do you want to build? So think about your ideal job. What would it look like? What do you want to build? Okay, another quote says, you are the architect of your own destiny, so be a good architect. We have the opportunity to build whatever it is that we want, whatever dream that we want. But so many people just dream and they never go after it. They never seek after it. So it just stays a dream, right? It's not a reality. Goodness. I'm choking on air. Hang on one second. Okay. So I love that quote. You are the architect of your own destiny, so be a good architect. Okay, so you will be receiving an email from me. It's 6 pages, but don't be frightened. It just explains our challenge a little bit more in detail, and if you're like me, I'm very visual. I have to see it. So if you don't get it in the next couple of days, let us know, and we will send that to you. But it is 6 pages. The last page is scripts, and I'll actually show it to you today. So the first step that we're going to do in the directions that you'll be receiving is to download the build guide at sharesuccess.com. So sharesuccess.com is a great resource for you if you want some extra videos and know-how on how to get started in your business. If you want to be on the quick road, the quick path, then you can help yourself to those videos that are on there. So my question to you is, do you need a financial pipeline? It says doTERRA is a vehicle to create freedom that most people only dream of. Many people spend their lives trading hours for dollars with no end in sight, never having the freedom to pursue their own passions and their own purpose. Create a different story with doTERRA. So it goes on and tells a story about a farmer. I believe he was a farmer, but his job, he realized, he's like, what's the number one commodity that everyone needs in my village? And he knew that it was water. So he would take multiple trips to the water source to bring water to the village. And as many trips as he could make, the more trips that he made, the more money he made. And of course, that could wear on you after a long time of carrying water, right? And I think it was an hour, one direction to the water source. So he was making multiple trips throughout the day to bring water to the village. So one day he got wise and he decided that he would build a pipeline in his spare time. So he, instead of making extra trips, he just put in his time with his so many trips allotted to, pay the bills and to make ends meet. And then in his extra time, instead of taking extra trips, he would build a pipeline. And so he built this pipeline in his spare time. And the day that he could turn on that spigot was a beautiful day, right? And the village had endless amounts of water from the water source. And he was able to, exponentially increase his finances and his income. And so my question to you is, are you hauling buckets or are you building a pipeline? So would you like doTERRA to be your pipeline? doTERRA is different. It is so much different than most companies out there. I've seen a lot of comparisons side by side as far as their compensation plans. And I will tell you this, that doTERRA has a 65%. In some cases it's higher. I swear in my organization it's higher retention rate and reordering rate in the industry, which is unheard of in any of the direct sales or the network marketing companies. doTERRA just has hit so many different levels higher than most of the companies. I think the average is like 8% and doTERRA is at 65%. So they have an awesome product and people need it, right? We do know that. And the great thing about it is that they need it monthly. They're going to keep ordering. And so your residual income will be steady. And I mean, the only really thing that it can do is to grow, to continue to grow. The reason why I read that to you is I just wanted to ask if you wanted doTERRA to be your pipeline. doTERRA's compensation plan is awesome, and in this build guide that you will download it on sharesuccess.com, it talks about the different levels, and it actually tells you kind of a little bit of what the average rank earns. So actually, I'll cover that in just a second. My chart is better than this one. But there's different ways to make money with doTERRA, just so you know. If you introduce doTERRA to a new person and you enroll them in doTERRA, you have a chance to earn 20% back of whatever they order for their first 60 days. And then after that, you are earning anywhere from 2% to 7% of what they order each and every month. And so, just for the fast start bonus, that's in their first 60 days. Well, the great thing about it is if, let's say I introduce someone to doTERRA and they introduce someone to doTERRA, right? Well, the person that introduced him gets 20%, but I introduced her. So now I get 10% of whatever that person is doing that I teach how to show people how to empower their homes with essential oils, right? So, and then let's say that that's 3 generations. So the person that enrolled the new guy gets 20%, and the person that I told about essential oils gets 10%, but I still get 5% back. And that's in the first 60 days. So I get paychecks every single week that just were completely, unexpected, and it's awesome. It just gets deposited into my account, but I get a little notification that I got, some money, and it's really exciting to see that happen. So that's the fast start bonus. Then the other way you can earn money with doTERRA is called the Power of 3 bonus, and that's where you tell 3 people, and then you help them tell 3 people, and you help them to tell 3 people each. So out of all those people, if you have 39 in your organization, you have a chance to earn a $1,500 bonus each month. And so that's really a huge bonus, right? So it is just a bonus. So it starts out at $50 per month, and we'll talk about that in just one second, so I have a visual for you, but you can get a $50 bonus, a $250 bonus, or a $1,500 bonus. You can see that it multiplies exponentially, right? So if you tell 3 people, you have a chance to earn a $50 bonus. If you tell 3 people and help them to tell 3 people, that's a total of 12 people, including yourself. So you'd be the 13th person, but you have a chance to earn $250. And then if you have the 39, you have a chance to get $1,500. You actually have a chance to do that 2 times. I don't know if everyone knows that, but you have a chance on your first 3 leaders. You're going to build an organization with 3 leaders, and you have a chance to do it again when you're trying to hit diamond and Blue Diamond and Presidential ranks for your next 3 leaders and their lines, you have a chance to duplicate that again. So you have a chance to get $3,000 per month just as a bonus, which is awesome. So realistically, you could just, do your power of 3 2 times and you would be earning $3,000 immediately. So the third way we can make money with doTERRA is called unilevel bonus, and I already mentioned that a little bit, but you have a chance on your first level to get 2% of whatever anyone that you sign up on your first level orders each month forever. And then on your 7th level, you have a chance to earn 7%. So it goes 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7 is the percentages. So it skips number 4. And that's just called your unilevel bonus. And so again, it's just a bonus each month that you get for sharing doTERRA. And then you also have a chance to get some leadership pools once you hit silver rank. And actually they're moving it. We're going to find out about this month when we go to leadership, but they're going to have premiers, which is the step before a silver. Premiers have a chance to earn a bonus in leadership pools also. So what I need you to do, the question is, what do you want to create up here in the corner? So your 2 to 5 year retirement plan, what does it look like? Are you going to share oils? Are you going to enroll customers and builders? Are you going to launch builders who do the same thing that you're doing? So I need you to pick your pace. So do you want to just earn extra spending money is the question, or would you like to, number 2, supplement your income? Or number 3, would you like to replace and multiply your income? So you get to choose that. I just need a little extra spending money, or I need to supplement my income to make it, or I would like to replace and multiply my income. So be thinking about that. And I'm going to have you set your goal. I'm going to teach you how to do that in just 1 second. So when you set your goal, you're going to do a 30-day goal, because this is a 30-day challenge. So I need you to do that. And I'm going to have you make a names list, and it's on this build guide. So you get to put your most important people on there, or else just circle them. The people you think that you would love to have as your potential business partners or your leaders. We're going to circle those on this list. And then the backside is just the last 50 to 100 people. Now, I know it's kind of overwhelming to think, oh my goodness, I don't know 100 people. But if you really stop to think about it, and you even just start with family, and then you move on to friends, and then you move on to people that you know from church and community, it's really easy actually to find those. And this is also on my challenge document. I gave you this link. It's called Expand Your Contacts. It's from the same exact sharesuccess.com website. So it just says, if you could do business with anyone, who would it be? Maybe it's someone that you know of in the community and you haven't even approached them yet. It might be your best friend. I have a best friend. I have my sister. I have a couple of awesome good friends that I've been friends with for anywhere from 5 to 17 years, on my top line and as my leaders. And so you never know who's going to build it with you, but if you could think about it and actually approach them and say, I'm doing a business. I'm starting this new business. Would you like to partner with me? That's probably the best way to go about doing this at the very beginning, instead of waiting for 4 or 5 years for someone else to come along. And then who do you know who needs doTERRA? Who do you know that is open to natural healthcare? So you might have a lot of friends that are more into natural healthcare than you are. So maybe you should be talking to them, and asking them if they would want to partner with you. And then here's some other memory joggers to brainstorm your list of 100 people. So it has family, such as grandparents, parents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, so on and so forth. Who do you know that has interest or experience in fitness and health, natural, green, organic, family values, outdoors, entrepreneurial, international? And then you can say, it's who is an accountant? Who's my accountant? Who's my hairstylist? Who is my attorney? Who is my banker? Who's my barber, beautician, housekeeper, bookkeeper? It just has a whole bunch of lists of things you can actually think of, like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that person. And it says, who sold you your bicycle, your camera, your camper, your car, your dry cleaning, your house, your insurance? Who do you know from a bed and breakfast, right? Strawberry Farms. Who do you know from college, from the health club, from the hospital, from the library, from the museum, restaurant, etc. So it's a huge list, and so it just helps you to jog your memory of who you would like to approach to join your business. Once you complete the build guide, you will move forward to the launch guide, and the launch guide is also on the Share Success website. Okay, so let me ask you this question. What is your why? Why are you here today? And why did you decide to use essential oils, but why did you decide to build a business with us? So think about that. Why do you get up in the morning? And what keeps you going? This is kind of your personal why, right? So you have your personal why and you have your business why. So be thinking about what your personal why is and what your business why is. I was one of those that was really slow to get going. It took me 4 years. And I have a really close friend that kept asking me to come and do the business with her. And I just said, I just can't sell. I can't do this. It's not my personality. And she just kept asking. She never gave up on me. And I'm so grateful that she never gave up. And she's my upline leader. It's Karina Bracken. And, but for 4 years, she kept asking me. But one day, the difference for me was that she said, Amy, you don't have to sell essential oils. They sell themselves. After I told her no so many times, she finally knew that she had to come up with a new line, right? So she said, I don't sell essential oils. I share them. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm already sharing. I'm not selling. I'm already sharing. I'm already doing that. I was already, giving out samples and just to my closest family members and friends at first. And then I got more confident and I started sharing with everyone. So that's my business why, right? My business why is because someone changed my life with not only the oils, but and it was Karina that introduced me to the oils too, but she also helped change our financial situation. And so I'm very grateful to her. And then my personal why is mostly because I just feel like God, saved me. He rescued me from the depths of hell, honestly. And I feel like he gave me this incredible gift with the essential oils, and that I should share these essential oils with everyone that I come into contact with, right? He gave them to me. I shouldn't hoard them and not share with everybody else, but I need to tell the message and spread the word that essential oils do work for natural health care and for many, many other things, right? So that's my personal why, is that I want to share God and his gifts with others. And my business why is because I know that someone else was out there that needed financial help like I did. And I want to share that with them, the opportunity. Okay, so let's never forget why we are all here. doTERRA essential oils have changed our lives for the better, right? And we want to help others to change their lives physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually, and financially. All of those different ways we can help them. And this little saying says, prayer for healing, right? There's someone out there every day that aren't getting answers from modern medicine, from Western medicine. And so let's go back to our Eastern roots, to Eastern medicine, which has been on the earth that's debatable, but for thousands of years, right? We've had natural medicine in the form of plants available to us, but it's only been in the last 50 to 100 years that we've had medications, we've had actual prescriptions, which are chemically altered, and that's why we have side effects. And so let's remember that essential oils have changed our lives for the better, and that we need to share the message with other people. Okay, so who? We talked about the why, so now the who. Remember how it all started for you personally. Someone introduced you to essential oils. What if they had closed their mouths and didn't share with you? What would your life be like right now? I remember I felt so helpless, so helpless is the only word I can think of when I had a sick child, or I was always actually worried about when my kids were healthy. I was like, what if my kid gets sick and I can't do anything for them? And because I had those helpless feelings at points in motherhood, 2 a.m. when you're like, should I take him to the emergency room or what? We had those moments, right? I'm just so grateful that Karina shared essential oils with me so that I can feel empowered as a mother. I can feel empowered as a wife. It's just a person just functioning every single day, right? They've changed my life. So who will you share with? Okay, and who is your target market? How are you, buddy? Good. I got a little helper here. So who's your target market? So think about that. Do you want to work with individuals? Do you want to work with businesses? Do you want to work with, have classes? Whatever the case might be. Who is on your 100 names list? Is it friends and family? Because a lot of times people don't want to bother their friends and family, so they want to just leave those off of there. And that's the great thing about this challenge is we're going to teach you how to not bother your friends and family and to work with professionals, actually. And so think about who you want to work with, but maybe you do want to work with your neighbors and you do want to work with your community and you want to help moms to be empowered like you. That's awesome. So what is your mission? Be thinking about your business why. All right. And are you ready for one or more new strategies? That is the question. So I have a lot of strategies to teach you through this challenge with marketing, with personal development, with professional development, to help you with your success and your solutions and your progress. So, okay, so here are some things that we can use for, now we're still talking about our who's, right? So strategies for working with individuals and group of individuals on your team. So there are a couple ways we can do that. The first way is to hold monthly classes, and you can have a weekly class. If you wanted to build your business really quickly, you would be holding 1 to 2 classes per week. But if you want to go the slow route, maybe just 1 class per month. But we can also remember to ask our friends for help with hosting. So you can say, hey, I'm doing this challenge and it's a 1-month challenge and I'm trying to get some classes on my schedule. Would you be willing to host a class for me? And I will offer a hostess gift to you for doing that. So that's one option, because it can be overwhelming to have classes at your own house and have to find a place for your family to go, and it's just cleaning the house, and then you're still preparing for the class and what you're going to say. So it can be really overwhelming. So recruit the help from others in hosting those classes. Maybe have your best friend bring the treat that day. It's like, hey, can you bring a snack? I don't care if it's store-bought, but can you bring a snack to the class? And maybe someone can help you with some invitations. But you can also hold classes in unconventional places, such as restaurants, libraries, Facebook Live classes, Zoom chats. So right now we're having a Zoom chat. And the Facebook Live class, I just did my first one this past week. Yes, it was very nerve-wracking, but I got through it and I learned a lot, and I'm excited for my next one. I just had to overcome that fear with the very first one. Once you've done one, like you can do 100, right? So another option besides classes, so those are all classes that we were talking about. Another thing we can do is host one-on-one classes or lunches, right? Where you get together with 1 or more friends and talk about essential oils. First of all, you want to talk about life in general and make sure that you maintain that friendship relationship. And if it comes up, then you can talk about business. So a one-on-one class or a lunch or a dinner or coffee, whatever the case might be, is a great way to just share with one person at a time. The third one is a wellness consultation. So you can tell people in your community, instead of having a class or a one-on-one, you can ask them, you can say, hey, for this 30-day challenge, I have to do so many wellness consultations. Could I practice on you? Could you let me try one on you? And so basically what you do is you sit down with them and you say, okay, so here's a list of questions. And it's in the build guide, by the way. it's that you just basically have a conversation of, do you have any health concerns for yourself? Do you have any health concerns for your family? And you offer some suggestions of products that you personally have that would help with those different things. You have them set a goal, like what is your 30-day goal to feel better or to help a loved one feel better? And you just lead them through that, right? So we're trying to help them feel better. Or the next one is, number 4, is to conduct studies. And this is where you can give people free product to try, free doTERRA products, and see if we get the results that we're looking for. Some examples of studies would be a sleep study, an immune system study with the On Guard products, a respiratory study with the Breathe products. You can do a digestive study with the Digest-M products. What am I missing? I'm missing another one. Oh, we could do a pain and inflammation study with our Deep Blue products. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch, but those are just 5 that come to my brain. So I had extra products sitting around, and so I'll show you in the weeks to come, but I did put together some studies, and I can show you how you can do that. Testimonials, this is where maybe you've had someone that has used essential oils before, but maybe they're not ordering, or they haven't joined your organization yet as a member. You can say, hey, I was wondering if you could give me a testimonial about essential oils, or maybe give them a few to try and ask for a testimonial at the end instead of a study. So another way is social media and classes, education on, say, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So you're just putting little snippets out there to social media to lead people to joining you in using the oils, but also maybe in sharing the oils. Another one would be a booth or an event such as a farmer's market or a craft fair. I have my first farmer's market coming up this Saturday, and it's an hour away from me, so I have to travel, which is going to be kind of crazy, but I'm going to be selling some cleaning supplies there, and also maybe some bath salts and some hand sanitizer. So just some homemade products to see and test the water and see if that particular city is open for business, right? To see what the response is to that. You can also do some other specialty show booths or community events, such as a marathon. My friend Shannon and I just really went to a marathon the other day to scope it out to see if we want to have a booth at this event a year from now. But I mean, we're scoping it out always and trying to figure out the best events to put our money into. The booth was only $75. I know for some of you it's like $75 is a lot of money, but some of the booths around here are $400, $500, $600, $1,000, and so 75 was like, wow, it's only $75 for 8 hours. And so I think we're going to do that next year. So there's just a few examples to work with individuals or groups of individuals. Strategies for working with businesses on your team. So you can actually loan them a diffuser, and maybe a couple little sample vials of oils to try for 1 week. And then you're going to come back and pick up the diffuser and ask them how it went and what their results were. And oftentimes the business is going to want the diffuser and the oils, buy their own diffuser, but get some oils to put into that diffuser. So I love this one. I'm going to try this one. In fact, we just had that BOGO where you get all of the petal diffusers. Oh yeah, I bought a whole bunch so that I can start loaning some out. And I ended up doing the math, and I think they ended up being $17 each after you subtract the oils that were free on the BOGO. So $17 for a $47 diffuser is a very good deal. Another one that I really like is asking for referrals. So you can ask people that are in your community that you respect, that maybe are an upstanding citizen in the community, someone that you admire, and you can say, I'm building a doTERRA business. Would you by chance know of anyone that's into natural health care, that loves the environment? That's just an example, but is into natural health care and wants to earn a little extra income. And that most oftentimes they might even say, well, yeah, I would like to come and work with you. But if it's not themselves, then maybe they'll be able to refer a niece or a nephew or someone that's going to school that maybe needs extra money, or maybe a single parent, or you just never know, right? So asking for referrals for business partners from people that you admire and respect is a great way. The third one is lunch and learns of businesses. So this is another one that I'm excited to try, where you take lunch, if you can afford it, you don't have to, but you can go in and teach a class and possibly offer lunch to a handful of employees. And while they're eating, you get to share doTERRA with them and why they should use doTERRA in their homes and maybe their businesses. And so I love this one because you're teaching a mini class, and then you get to do maybe a make and take at the end where their hands are busy and they get to see how easy it is to incorporate essential oils into their lives, and then they're hooked. And then another one that I've started to do is to work with established bloggers and websites online. So my big thing is nutrition. And so there's a website that has over 1,000 plus nutrition experts, but they're bloggers that this website has basically, what's what I'm looking for? They had to go through like an approval to be on this website. They had to be approved and go through all the steps. And so these bloggers are the legit nutrition and dietetics bloggers that I'm excited to work with. So I've already sent out some emails. I just made a blank, what is it called? A Word document, and it has basically who I am and what I'm doing, and this is who I'm looking for, and wonder if you'd be interested. And I put it on a Word document, and I can copy and paste it and put it onto their email and change it a little bit if I need to for each individual person. I've only done that twice so far, but I haven't heard anything back, but I'm hopeful. I did on Instagram. I am following both of them on Instagram, and I'm hoping that conversations can get started that way too. Okay, so we talked about your who, and your why, and who you're going to share with, and now we're going to talk about what are you going to share with them. There are 3 things you will share with everyone. First is your doTERRA story, your product success story, your testimonial, the first success you had in using essential oils. And for women, it usually takes just one positive experience for them to be hook, line, and sinker. They're going to use essential oils for the rest of their life. But for men, sometimes it takes up to 10 or more experiences. My husband was one of those. But I will say this right now, the men need more oils. So you would probably double what you would give to the female, just because they have a higher metabolism and usually a larger body mass index, right? So for the men, we need to work on them and give them a little bit more and more often so they can build up their testimonials. My husband, I think, is finally sold after 8 years. It took him a long time. He was really, really slow to come around to using essential oils. The second thing we're going to share with everyone is let them experience essential oils themselves. So we're going to let them smell them, they're going to apply them topically, and they're going to taste them internally. And we're just going to let them have an oil experience, right? Let the oils speak for themselves. You don't have to sell anything. The oils sell themselves. Number 3 thing you're going to share is your doTERRA business story. And the reason you want to share doTERRA with the world. Why are you so passionate? So make sure that they can feel that passion and they know exactly why it is that you're doing what you're doing, right? So my business story really fast. Last time we had this call, I had Karina, my upline leader, share her business story with us, but she's in Florida at the other East Coast leadership convention right now, or else I would have tried to have her on again. But she told her story about how Boyd Truman's wife, Sandy, just kept inviting her to all these classes at her house, and she wouldn't be able to attend because she has a lot of kids, and she was always going to sporting events, and she was just getting distracted. And so finally Sandy asked her to teach a class for her. She said, you know what, I can never get you to come to my classes, and there's a lot of people that I think would come to a class if it was held at your house. Could you host a class for me? And you know, Karina's will do anything for anyone. So she said, yeah, I'll host a class for you. And so she had it at her house, and then all these people wanted to sign up at Karina's class, and a lot of them were Karina's friends. And so Sandy said, well, I don't want to just have them sign up under me. I want them to sign up under you. Can we put them underneath you? And Karina was like, no, I'm not building a business. No, it's okay. And she said, well, no, let's just put them underneath you. And then you can get some free oils and stuff. And look where she is now, right? She's a blue diamond in the company. So, and she worked on her for a long, long time, about as long, I would say probably two years. So maybe half as long as what it took me to get going, but she never gave up on me, right? And I'm so happy that she kept inviting me. So people are not going to maybe be excited about essential oils on their first touch. They might have to try them. They might have to, let them sit in the closet for a while and then finally try them. And then, 2 years later, 5 years later, decide to build a business. You just never know someone's journey of using them or sharing them. So never give up on anyone is the message here. You just never know. Keep inviting, keep inviting. Okay, so when we're sharing, a great website again is the sharesuccess.com website. And they've come up with this little acronym that's called PIPES, and it stands for prepare, invite, present, enroll, and support. Those are the first letters in the word PIPES. So prepare is when you want to prepare yourself and your business for getting started, and then you're going to invite people to attend this this thing that you have. Oh, sorry, I gotta go back. Prepare. You've already prepared yourself. You've already got your class ready to go, and you're going to invite people. Is the second part, and then you're going to make a presentation and present it to them. And then once they hear about the presentation, then you're going to hopefully enroll them. And if you do enroll them, we have to continue to support those that we enroll. So prepare yourself and your business, invite people is step 2, present about doTERRA essential oils, and also present about the business opportunity, and enroll those you presented to and support those that you enroll. Let me go back here. Okay, making sure. Okay, so there's another really great duplication system out there called Edge Success, and they have what they call 3 doors of openness. So we're going to collect, when we talk to someone, we want to ask questions and collect tons of data. And remember that you're not the problem solver. You need to ask questions and let them solve their own problems. And so what we do is we're just there to be the instrument, right? We're just the guide to get them from point A to hopefully point C. So this is the first question, or the first door you're going to ask them. What would you like to learn about essential oils? Oh, sorry. Would you like to learn about essential oils and natural health care? So that's the very first question you'll ask. And if they're open to that idea, then they'll come to your class, right? And then the second door is, would you like to try using essential oils? So hopefully they'll buy some oils to try. And the third door is, would you be open to sharing essential oils with others? So once they've tried them. So those are the 3 doors of openness. So it's learn, try, and then share. And the whole time we're asking them questions, because you want to invite people to an opportunity. You don't want to just say, hey, you should use essential oils, right? And make assumptions, but you should always ask questions, because it's a much better scenario. It's less threatening, right? Okay, so we've talked about who and what. The why and who and what. So just to recapture the what are you building? And the great thing I love about my doTERRA business is I'm building an opportunity to serve others. I'm building an opportunity to meet new friends and see new places. I love it already in our last challenge that we did. We've had friend connections that are already happening. I already have friends that are following other friends and seeing what they're doing on their Facebook pages. And there's just this new camaraderie that's going on. And so also, without doTERRA, I wouldn't have friends that I have on Facebook, and friends that will text me and ask me, what are you doing here? What are you doing there? And these are friends that I've met on some of the doTERRA trips around the world, right? So I've been to Mexico and Jamaica and to the Dominican Republic with doTERRA. I never would have went there. I earned those trips, right? I earned those trips, and I I went there and I have new friends and I had new opportunities because of doTERRA. It's an opportunity also to build a residual income. So that residual income will hopefully just continue to grow and grow and grow. And for those of you that don't have retirement, like or a substantial retirement, because it takes a lot of money to retire these days, it's a great way to build a little bit of extra income. And it's an opportunity not to build someone else's dream, such as your employer. It's an opportunity to fulfill your own dreams. So where are we going to find people to share essential oils with? Where do a lot of people gather together at once, right? That's my big thing is where can I reach out to a bigger group of people at once instead of dividing myself up into individuals? I would rather reach a group at one time. So I like to teach the classes. I like to have booths. I like to go to gatherings. I'm social, so I like to be out and about. Which gatherings can I attend? Who will attend these gatherings with me to help me, right? So recruit some help. And I know that Chris is on the call, and she's really good at this. She'll invite, she'll say, hey, I'm having a booth at the farmer's market or at the park, for a holiday. Come out and help me. Come out and visit me. Come out, she has all these people that come to her events and attend because they want to hang out with her. Okay, so how are we going to build our business? If you want to build your business faster and better, work with businesses, right? That's where a lot of people gather. These businesses already have clients that they can share with. So you teach that business and the business teaches the clients. And so it's a faster way of building a business. Here's just a picture that shows, 4 people that are networking, and they're all dressed in business attire, and that's the type of person I would like to work with. I like to work with individuals also, don't get me wrong, but this is a faster way to build your business, and that's what we're going to be talking about during this challenge. Okay, so when will you build your business? And I said now, ! There's no time like the present. So we don't want to live in the past, we want to live in the present, right? So don't worry about what happened in the past. It's gone. We can't change it. There's nothing we can do. So let's just live in the present and plan for our future. So this is a little road sign that says a fresh start, next exit. We all have a chance every single day to have a fresh start. How encouraging is that, right? Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new opportunity. And hopefully this challenge will be a new opportunity for you. Okay, so we need you to do some math here. I want you to look at your current monthly income, and I want you to decide what your desired monthly income might look like. And I want you to subtract the greatest one from the least, right? So what is the difference? What amount of money do you personally need to start making with doTERRA to either supplement or replace your current income? What is that difference? What are your goals? So for this challenge, we have a 30-day goal. You just have to set a 30-day goal for this challenge, but I would encourage you to look into the future and also set a 60-day goal and a 90-day goal. And so I will show you some different levels here in just one second. Your monthly goal, you look at your current rank and what you want your end rank goal to be. Some of you are just customers. You have $100 or less, right, on your own personal organization. You haven't signed up anyone yet. So you have just your own income. So you have your current rank and what you would like to be making at the end of this challenge. Then also you're going to look at your current power of 3. If you share with 3 people, then hopefully you'll start earning that $50 bonus. That $50 bonus pays for half of your oil habit, right? At least that's what my oil habit is about $100, sometimes $200 a month, depending. But it's always at least $100 because as a leader, I'm required. They ask us to put in $100 because they want us to be using the product so we can share it with other people and we can have those testimonials in place. But also they want to know that we're invested in the business, right? $100 a month on products that I already use is what I spend to to have my own doTERRA business. And for people that are just new to the idea of building a business, I just tell them, you pay $35 to be a member of doTERRA. That's all, $35. It's like a Costco membership. And actually my Costco membership is $100 a year instead of $35. But doTERRA is $35 to have a membership, and then they can order as little or as much product as they want. So it's not like these are companies that require that you spend $600 or $1,000 and you have to buy all this product and hope that you sell it. doTERRA is not like that. They just require so little of us, which is awesome. And what is your end power of 3 goal? So your current power of 3 and your end power of 3 goal. Current number of enrollments. So each month, how many people do you want to add to your business? So by the end of March, how many people will you help to enroll into your organization, into doTERRA? So those are just things you need to think about. Your rank, your power of 3, and the number of enrollments you want to get for this challenge. Now, this is a really fuzzy chart, I apologize, but it does show that an executive who has about $2,000 in volume underneath them each month, they've shared with a handful of people, and those people are ordering every month, they earn about $200 a month. An elite earns between $300 and $800 per month. A silver earns about $1,300 per month. A gold makes about $3,000. A platinum, $6,000. A diamond, $12,000. And a blue and presidential diamond, anywhere from $35,000 to $100,000+ per month. So I can't even imagine that, right? Like $100,000 a month, like that's how much we earn in a year, right? Or some people don't even quite earn that. So that's crazy, but it does tell you the average timeline for these people to reach this goal. This is a good chart if you can squint and read it. I had to blow it up so you could see it. This is a picture of the doTERRA ranks. And so we start out as a wellness advocate. You're just a customer at this point. Again, you're just placing your own order. You haven't shared with anyone yet. A manager has shared with a few people, and you have $500 or more in overall volume. That's your order plus a few other people's orders. That's a manager, and that's about 500 volume. And let's see. Then it goes to director. A director, it doesn't even show that on here, but a director has $1,000 in volume. An executive has $2,000. And then we have an elite is $3,000. A premier is $5,000. A silver is about $9,000 volume. Gold is $15,000. Platinum is $27,000. But you can see that over time, the thing I love about doTERRA is that I shared with my top line, my favorite people, my leaders, and they started sharing with other people. And then they started sharing with other people. So it really is that multiplication process that happens. So you don't have to share with thousands of people to make money in doTERRA. You just teach a handful of people, and they go out and teach a handful of people, and the word spreads, and that's how your business can grow. So it is that duplication process. Now this is a really bad chart, but hopefully maybe you can see. I did blow it up as large as I can. So this is my chart, which is in the 6 pages of the challenge documents that you'll be receiving by email. But I am going to match fast starts if you can get the person on LRP. So doTERRA is going to pay you a fast start bonus for sharing, but I'm going to match that. So if somebody signs up with a $100 order, doTERRA is going to send you about a $20, $22, $25 check. Well, I'm going to do that also. So this challenge, if you participate and you get going on it, you have a chance to earn money from me and doTERRA. Now, nobody ever did this for me. And it's, you are starting to build a business. There are a few little expenses you'll have along the way. So I'm willing to help you to get started the best way that you can and earn a little bit of extra money to put towards your business. So it says on here, like a manager makes about $600 a year. A director, which is $1,000 in volume, earns about $1,000 per year. An executive with $2,000 overall volume earns $2,400 per year. And then it just keeps going on, like $3,600 for an elite, $7,200 for a premier. So you can see that it starts doubling or tripling as it goes along. So you can look at this chart too when you get it by email, and you can say, okay, this is what I need to earn per month, but this is what I need to earn per year also. So let's see. So these are the prizes that I am willing to offer to you once you reach these ranks. So if you become a manager, you have $500 volume, I'm giving you $50 for reaching that goal. If you become a director, I give you $100. That's $1,000 volume. You get $100 from me, right? Plus your fast start matches. So it's a really good deal. Like, I'm giving you a little bonus, like a, hey, you reached that goal, I'm going to give you some money to spend, right? But also the fast start. So you're getting 2 different ways to earn from me. And then elite is a $300, premier is $500. I'm going to pay you $750 for becoming a silver, $1,000 for gold, platinum you'll get $1,250, and diamond you get $1,500. If you add all of those up together, like if you hit all of those ranks on a challenge, right? You have to be in a challenge to be eligible for that. I'm not just going to pay it after the challenge ends. This is to really get you excited and to get you going. But you have a chance to earn $5,550 total if you want to keep going and participating in these challenges, which is huge, right? I'm going to pay you $5,000 to build a business, which just sounds crazy. I might have to go without some paychecks for a while, but I'm willing to help you to get your business started. It helps me too, right? We're all working together. In order to qualify for commissions, you have to have your cart set at 100 PV at all times. So never let that drop below 100 PV because you get a weekly check from doTERRA and you get a monthly check. You get 5 checks a month from doTERRA if you are building a business with them. So you have to have 100 PV point value in your cart at all times. Just a few more minutes, buddy, okay? If you would like to earn commissions, you have to process a 100 PV order sometime during that month. So you can't just put it in your cart and then not check out ever. You have to check out and have a 100 PV order. But hopefully at that point you can see, oh my gosh, I've earned all these extra little commission checks and a rank check. It's worth it to me to spend the $100 to get so much more. Okay, so for this challenge, I need you each week. So each week is a fresh start, Monday through Friday. We're only doing 5 days a week. At the beginning of the month, the beginning of the week, you're going to tell me how many enrollments you are shooting for that particular week, depending on what's on your calendar, what you have going. And I need you to be on the weekly group mentoring call. If you're not on there live, then you can listen to it, the recording. And then also you're going to have a personal weekly individual mentoring call with myself and your other mentor that invited you to this challenge. So I need to touch base with you at least 1 time per week. You can always text me in between, but we're going to have 1 strategy session with you per week. So you have 2 calls per week. One is a group, which we're doing right now, right? This is the group mentoring call, and you'll have a personal weekly mentoring call with myself and possibly your other mentor. So you get 2 brains plus yours. We have 3 brains, hopefully, working to make a plan for you and your business. Okay, so that's weekly, but your daily goal, if you're part-time, I want you to sample 1 person. You're going to share an essential oil sample with 1 person each day. And then you're also going to follow up with 1 person. So maybe an essential oil that you shared yesterday, you're going to follow up today. That's kind of how we're going to be planning that. If you're full-time, you're going to sample at least 2 people and follow up with 2 people or more. And then we had what was called 10 to 10 texting, but now we're going to be reporting that to a Facebook group, and it's called Business Mentoring Opportunity. And you'll be added to that as soon as we know who is participating in the challenge. We'll add your names to that challenge. I think I've already seen a few people be added that's given us the okay to do that. So we're going to have you post on Facebook on this challenge in the morning before 10 a.m. your time and tell us what you're doing that day. And then at 10 p.m. that same day, I need you to tell us, before 10 p.m., tell us what you did, what you actually accomplished. And sometimes you'll be moving some things from one day to the next, but hopefully it's not the same list every single time. It's going to be changing. So daily you're going to be sampling one person, following up with one person or two possibly, and you're going to get on that Facebook page and talk to us, because that's how we're going to keep in touch. Okay, so this is our last slide. So now that you know kind of more of what is expected of you, there's a picture of a roller coaster here, and it says, and so the adventure begins, and it has where you're just coasting along, but it's about to drop off of the edge, right? We don't know what's expected. I mean, what's to be expected, but we know that an adventure is awaiting for us. And so I hope that you'll keep an open mind to the ideas that you're going to be receiving, and just share. Again, I'll just say that thing that we said at the very beginning. What if someone didn't share with you? What if you didn't have your life changed for the better? What would your life be like right now, right? My life would be significantly different. But I have those oils, and I feel very empowered as a mom and as an individual. And also I have the business opportunity to make income and have the time and the financial freedom that being an entrepreneur gives us, right? So here starts the adventure. Okay. So really fast, let me quickly show you. I'm going to stop the share, and I'm going to add, I'm going to share one more thing with you. It's I guess it was on my desktop. Yeah, I'm going to share with you. Oh, I have to click to get out of it. Okay, let me show you. Oh my goodness, I'm struggling here. Too many windows open. Not that. I'm going to show you my Word document that talks about this challenge. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. So the pre-challenge checklist on here is that you print out all the documents. You're going to download the build guide at sharesuccess.com. Read the story on page 2 and 3, which I basically read to you today. Do you need a financial pipeline? Choose your pace on page 5 of the build guide. So you're going to tell us what your pace is. Am I going to build just very, very part-time, or I'm going to build part-time, or am I going to build full-time, or maybe even full-time plus, right? We don't know what your pace is, but I want to know what that is. And I want to know your why for doing this challenge. You're going to write it right here on this paper. You're going to set a 30-day goal, but also I want a 60 to 90 on there so you have a backup plan for your 30-day. And then you're going to print out, if you want to, this Expand Your Contacts worksheet as a reference, or just refer to it. And there's the link. And you're going to write your 100 names list on there. And it can include businesses, right? And then you're going to just put any questions you have down there. And then here's the expectations. It tells you what you're going to be expected to do just to participate, right? Your monthly goal, your weekly goal, and your daily goal. So 20 days is our monthly. We'll do 5 days a week, and once a day you'll be doing the 10 to 10 Facebooking is what I started calling it. I changed it on this document. So tell the group in the morning what your goals are for the day, and tell us in the afternoon what you completed before 10 p.m. And again, I said you have 2 choices when building a business. You can take the slow road or you can take the fast lane. I'm hoping these strategies will teach you and help you to build your business how you want. So each individual person is going to have a different looking business, right? All of our businesses are going to look different and be different. So don't compare yourself to anyone. But I will say that time is of the essence. So if you don't share or tell someone about essential oils, someone else will. So now is better than later. And remember that doTERRA essential oils sell themselves. Just open the bottle and let them tell their own healing stories. Best wishes to you on this awesome and short journey we'll be taking together. We're here to help you however we can. So please utilize us as a resource to help you on this journey. And then I went through, I already talked about this, but again, here's ways to work with individuals or groups of individuals. Here's ways to work with businesses on your team. And here is how much money you have a chance to earn through this challenge. Has the beginning date and the end date. So we're going to end on March 29th. So it's 4 group calls and 4 weeks. And it talks about how I'm going to be matching fast starts for the first and the second month. So you have a chance if people sign up on their second month for LRP. That's actually when I do the fast start match. I won't pay you for their first month. I pay you for if they sign up for their second month. I pay you for the first and the second. But if they don't sign up for LRP on the second, then I don't pay anything. So it's just a really good way to get into a habit of following up with people after they sign up and having a wellness consultation with them and teaching them how to use the oils and answering any questions they might have once they get their new oils, because they really are going to have a lot of questions once they get those oils into their hands. And then what else was I going to tell you right there? If you get them set up on their LRP for the second month, that's when I pay you first month commission and second month's commission match. I'll match doTERRA's commission on there. So you have a chance to earn $25 or $50 for every single person that you enroll. How awesome is that, right? $25 or $50 for every single person you share with from me and doTERRA. So you actually have a chance to earn $50 to $100 with each enrollment if you combine mine and doTERRA's incentives. And then I just included some sample scripts for you if you want to do the diffuser loan or the referral or to conduct your own medical studies, right? We'll call them oil studies, not medical studies. So those are just a few things. If you have not received this, let us know. That's pretty much it. Let me go back and get back here. I need to stop sharing. Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. So let me go ahead and just thank you for joining us again tonight and taking time out of your busy day. Hopefully each time you listen to something that we do as a group, you're going to get more and more takeaways from it. That's the goal. But also hopefully you can really log it in so that you can share with other people in the future, right? So sometimes I have to listen back to things a couple of times before I really get all the information. So feel free when I send this out on our posts. Again, it's what is it called? Business Mentoring Opportunity is our Facebook group. Share on there and participate as much as you can so that you can get the most out of it. But we will look forward to talking to you in this next week on your individual mentoring call. So let's set that up as soon as possible. And again, thanks for joining me. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. For those that are on the call, stay on, and we'll answer any questions that you might have.